Warning, the events you're about to see are going to be graphically shocking. My hand's shaking right now because the beast was nearly electrocuted. And if it wasn't for the quick thinking on my feet, my quick response time, I probably would have been electrocuted. But I thought in a quick, responsive manner. I was nearly electrocuted, and it all started because I had a leaky faucet. And well, let me get to the pictures right now, and I warn you beforehand. The images you're about to see are graphic, and they could be very disturbing. And then I'll get done and explain what happened. Well, there you have it. You see that right now? First, let me give you what happened. Look at that. Look at the light. You see them lights burned up? I went to change in a leaky faucet, so I'm changing it. Like it's supposed to be changed the proper way. I even did it 3 times the exact same way. I watched the video on YouTube on how to do it. And it was simple. Believe me, I've done these before. But I put it in, I put the new pieces in like they were supposed to be, and they still did not work. So the last time, you see the glass right there. The last time I was taking it off and I forgot the water was on. Well, much to my chagrin, the water shot up off of that. All the way hit these lights. Not flame, but electrical arc started. Sparks, it burned the lights up. And I was sitting there for a split second, thinking to myself, what do I do? It took me about a half a second to realize, I got to get under that sink, shut the water off, which I did. I went under that sink, shut the water off. But in that split second, with the arcs, the electrical arc coming off the lights because of the water, I could have nearly been electrocuted. And this was a nightmare. I mean, I smelt electrical fire in this bathroom for about 3 hours. And now it's subsided. So anyway, the moral and compass of the story is very simple. I did it the correct way, just like I was supposed to 3 times. Nothing worked. I got upset, visibly upset. I started throwing temper tantrums. I could have had the commentary or whatever, but anyway, I got pissed off. My boy told me, just buy a new goddamn faucet. He goes, some things never work. I says, why the hell am I going to buy a new faucet for $28 when I can buy these 2 parts here for $14? Well, guess what? Now, I spent $42 when I could have spent $28. Moral of the story, listen to someone experienced. But no, not moral of the story. Moral of the story, if you're going to sell a part, make sure it actually works properly. I installed this part the proper way. Believe me, I may not know much about plumbing, but I can do things around the house. You give me a piece of sheet metal, they called me cut sheen. I was a beast at sheet metal. But this here, I'm not a plumber. But it was simple. And I did it the proper way. And the funny thing about it was when that water went up there and shot up there and I seen all these electrical arcs coming down, the water just going all over the place, I said for a split second, if I go down under that sink and shut that water off, well, this water with the electrical arc going through it will electrocute me. I thought about that in the back of my head. But I took a chance anyway. I said, you know what? I got to protect this house. And that's what I did. I protected this house. That's what I did. Now, if it would have electrocuted me and the house would have went up, I would have been burned, whatever, no one would have probably known how it happened. Although they do have arson investigators, whatever, fire investigators that would have figured it out, whatever. But the bottom line is I was almost electrocuted today. But without the quick, responsive thinking by me, I got through it. So what did I do? I went out to Home Depot and I bought a faucet for $28. Now I spent $42 on a $28 faucet that I should have bought in the first place. But I shouldn't have had to because the goddamn part that I bought in the first place should have worked. But it didn't. And it irritated me. So, hey, moral of the story, don't buy a $14 part when you could buy a $28 part because the $14 part's not going to work like it's supposed to. And the other moral of the story is, oh, by the way, I bought this thing here too. I kind of like the looks of it on me. I might just start wearing it all around town. I like the way it looks on me. Even though it makes my head trip, whatever. But another moral of the story is, the beast had electrical arcs, whatever, running on his body. And he survived it. So far, I survived 6 earthquakes in Youngstown, Ohio, and an electrocution attempt. And I'm still here. The God 05 tried taking me down years ago. I'm still here. Immortal? Maybe so. Who knows? So that is my excuse why I haven't been on Twitter, or why I didn't really even get a chance to get on YouTube today. I was nearly electrocuted trying to fix a simple faucet that, for some reason, the part that I bought, which actually did it the same exact way on a YouTube video, because I watched the video 9 times, put it together perfectly. No water pressure. None whatsoever. So now tomorrow I got to put a sink together, a faucet together, and hopefully it works. Because if it don't work this time, I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, people. A little bit of a follow-up to my dilemma last night. Last night, I stayed up all night. I was thinking about this problem here. I was like that guy in No Country for Old Men who kept thinking about bringing that Mexican agua. Well, that guy that was dying, that Mexican that was dying in the car, he thought about bringing him agua. So that dumbass brought him agua, and guess what? He got himself in a world of trouble. But I didn't have a bunch of people trying to kill me after I fixed the sink. I was just worried about getting this thing done. It was just keeping up on my head. And the thought of me being almost electrocuted with the water arcing off. You can see I fixed it. The water arcing off there. The water was arcing off there. Right down on my back. Electrical arc. And the thought of being electrocuted, it was really, really getting to me. So I came out here. 5 o'clock in the morning. I started diligently on it. Well, hot water, cold water. My memo to anyone out there: if you have a problem with a leaky faucet, replace the whole faucet. Don't buy the parts to it, because the parts don't work. It didn't work for me. They almost got me killed with electrical arc coming off my body as it shot up there and almost killed me. So don't do it. And I'm going to tell you something else too that I learned from this whole ordeal. I am a multiple gunshot wound survivor. About 10 car wrecks. I have survived through 6 earthquakes since March of this year, March of 2011. And now I survived an attempted electrocution. Yes. I have 9 lives. Maybe 10, 12, whatever. But I survived. This is the first time that I ever survived an attempted electrocution. And I wish you guys could have seen it, because there was arcs coming off, or electrical blue arcs coming off the lights, when the water rose up and it just... I had to dive under that sink. I put my life in my own hands. I could have just let the house flood out. Would have been underwater probably within hours. But no, I thought quickly and swiftly, and I fixed it, and the end result: hot water, cold water, new faucet. Now, I could have got a faucet at Walmart for $9. I don't want that. It's garbage. It's junk. I paid $28 for this beauty here. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Got water pressure now, something I didn't have for the last 4 years. I just want to tell everybody out there that I'm safe, I'm sound, and I'm sane. And I feel good about this, because I almost died yesterday. I mean, I wish you could have seen it. When I tell you, this is no lie. There was water shot up here, all the way up here. All these light bulbs exploded. You've seen it in evidence earlier. And it just it started arcing, blue arcs. And on my back, it started coming. I had a choice to make. Do I let the house submerge in the water and float down the street? Or do I save my house? I chose to save my house. That's what I did. And like I said, I laid up all night thinking about this. I'm done. I'm done. It's fixed. I feel good about this, that I was able to rectify it myself. But remember to the people out there, if you have a leaky faucet, just replace the whole faucet. You can get them out there. I paid $28 for this one. You can get it for like $20, whatever. It's better than paying $14 for parts that don't work anyway. So, that's it. That's the dilemma. I rectified it. I didn't think I'd be able to rectify it in such an easy way. You know what it is? I sat back and I just said, you know what, it's done. I did it.